Today's sponsored merch is Go Far Clothing. Pop your collar with me, spend $1 with me. Let's go. But this story I get into today, that's right. We back down 28th Street, right? So I'm gonna go back to the last story I told y'all. I got, booked or whatever on that situation. Now, this is another time when I got locked up, right? This one we had the block or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We was on Edison Street. Me and Bird, that was our block or whatever. We started that shit. But everybody come around and do what they do, you feel me? Once we got it popping or whatever, Bird made sure the whole neighborhood ate, you know what I'm saying? He let everybody come around and, right, and get money with us. But dig this, so this is an incident, right? Like I told y'all, my man Bird was heavy with the, with the chicks. I can't take that away. You gotta give niggas flowers, you know what I'm saying? When it's due, when you know what they get into. So this was a situation, Bird's about to go bust something down or whatever. So he like, Riz, take the car to the block or whatever, you know what I mean? Go ahead, park it up or whatever. You know me. I don't, I don't get to drive that much or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I go to the block or whatever. I park the wheel up and shit, you know what I mean? I'm anxious though to drive because I know he occupied. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. This is not the only time he gave me wheels, to go bust shit down. But this particular time, I should have just listened to him or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's like, damn, I wound up getting booked. But I'm going to break the story down to y'all how I got booked, right? It was a nigga on the block or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't going to say a nigga, rest in peace to my man, Daoud or whatever, you know what I mean? A brother from down 28th Street, you feel me? Moment of silence for him. All right, so check it out, right? This particular dude or whatever, me and him, well, I ain't had nothing against him, you feel me? I ain't really cared, because it wasn't the only time my baby mom did some nut ass shit or whatever. I think, you know what I mean? Well, I don't think, I know whatever, you know what I mean? Him and my baby mom had a situation or whatever. But, one thing about me, I ain't really, if a nigga hit my bitch, I'ma shake his hand like, damn, all right, you hit her. Like, I ain't mad, like, all right, cool. I don't got no beef against you or whatever. That's not really up to you. She did that. So my beef was with her. So, I ain't really had no beef with him. I don't know why he had a little something against me or whatever. I guess he probably thought I felt some type of way. But I really didn't or whatever. So I'm trying to let him know this right now. He like, I'm trying to go home or whatever. Can you take me out west or whatever? I'm like, well, I can't, No, he was asking motherfuckers, I think. You know what I mean? Me being Joe or whatever, trying to let the nigga know, I ain't got no beef with you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you need to go at. I know I got the keys or whatever. But I can't take you to west, but I can take you close, like, to the train or something. So he like, all right, man, get in. Why the nigga don't need to tell me he's strapped or whatever? So I'm getting in the car or whatever. We get in the car. I'm taking him. I'm driving or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We riding down Ridge Avenue. I was taking him to Gerard. Yeah, I was taking him to Broader Gerard. So we riding down Ridge Avenue and shit. Everything regular or whatever. Why the fucking law jumped right on our ass? So I'm ready to pull over. He like, yo, don't pull over. I got a gat on me. I'm like, yo, why you ain't tell me that before you got in the car or whatever? Like, I don't know if he did or whatever. I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really think he told me. But if he did, God rest his soul or whatever. You know what I mean? Because one thing I'm not gonna do is fraud. So I'm gonna say I don't remember if he told me he had a gat or not or whatever. But I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm ready to pull over. He like, no, don't pull over. Hit this corner right here, and I'm gonna jump out and I'm gonna run. I'm like, all right, why when I turn to hit that corner, it's a cop car right there, but we blocked because the cop car like at somebody's crib. So we get out, still run or whatever. You know what I mean? The law now. The cop got the gun on the back of my head like, yo, don't move. I guess as soon as he jump out the car, they see the guy. I don't know, but they like, yo, don't move. Like they putting the pressure on me, ready to bang me out. I'm like, hold on, I don't know him or whatever. Like I'm just giving him a ride or whatever. So they wind up catching him or whatever. They come back, you know what I mean? They come back, pull me out the car, search me, all this shit. I'm thinking I'm ready to, go scot-free. Like, damn, I ain't got nothing, you know what I mean? But the whole time, Burry had some empties and shit in the car. It wasn't no work or nothing or whatever. So they wound up pulling me out the car like, yo, your homie was a dickhead. We almost shot his dumb ass or whatever. They telling me like, like, why would he jump out the car and run like that? He almost, got himself killed and you. So I'm like, all right, I'm thinking they ready to let me go and shit. Whole time, they booked me. Like, I'm like, I ain't, he jumped out and ran with that. I don't know him. I'm telling him, I'm just giving him a hat. Now I'm sticking to my story. That's my story. But the law, they trying to, implicate his John with me or whatever. So I don't know if they charged me. Yeah, they did charge me with his John, and they charged me with some empties that Bird had in the car, and they charged me with fleeing the police or whatever. They ain't even give me no tickets and none of that shit. They just gave me a charge or whatever. So now they wound up charging me, booked the whole time and shit. I don't even know what I'm charged with. If anybody know, when you first get, like, unless you know what you got caught with, this wasn't the first time. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just grabbed me and not telling me what I'm charged with. They just like, you holding for questioning or some dumbass shit. So the whole time, that's what they like, no, we just holding you for questioning. But they charging me. So when the detectives come or whatever, I tell them the same story. Like, yo, I ain't, I ain't know him. I'm just giving him a ride or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm hacking. That's what I told him. I stuck to that story. So they wind up, we wind up getting booked together or whatever. I think he bailed out and shit. So this was like my first time going up to F and shit. Like, yeah, but I had got bailed out later on that day, you know what I mean? Story time with Fargo, part 2. Let's get it. No, I got bailed out a couple days later. Shout out to my man Da'u. Rest in peace. Long live him. Let's get it.